Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting episode of This Is Our Life. So, this video is being made for a specific person, because I posted on that person's Facebook wall. And I want to tell that person why she is so important to me in my life. Let's just say we lost contact for a while, but I'm glad that at least we're friends on Facebook. First of all, she didn't judge me. Well, there's judgment and there's judgment. We all judge people. And if I turn this on, will that help? But she never talked down to me or anything like that, and I appreciate that. And I'm just going to mention a few things, a couple of things maybe. One, she turned me on to Dr. Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning, which has been nothing but wonderful for me. I put Lucky down. I have to be careful, make sure Maggie doesn't come out. And Maggie might attack her. But anyway, it's 11:11 p.m. here on the East Coast. There she is. I see where Maggie is. I'm gonna see Maggie. She looks like my kitty princess. Anyway, some people may know that I am a prisoner advocate and I am a pen pal to prisoners. The last young man that I wrote to was killed by the state of Texas. You can find a video that I made about him here on YouTube. Well, I sent him via Amazon a copy of Man's Search for Meaning. He never said anything to me about what he thought about the book or anything. Frankly, what mattered most to me is that I was making a positive impact in his life. I hope he got something out of it. I mean, I don't know if he did. I wrote a letter to another prisoner, another death row prisoner. Unlike John, this guy is, I believe John was innocent. I think he took the fall for, what was his girlfriend or somebody like that. But this guy that I'm writing to now, or if he decides to write back to me, I wrote to him. I haven't heard back from him. I haven't heard from him yet. I don't know if I will, but I would like to send that book to him as well. And this guy is different than John. John was a good guy. He never asked me for anything. Whenever I sent him something, he said, "Look, you don't have to send me anything. I appreciate that you write to me. Maggie, be good." John was a class act. If you look at his last words, he told his wife he loved her. Like I said, he never asked me for anything. A lot of prisoners, they want stuff. They want you to send them money and things like that. Anyway, I'm getting off track. This is about Jenn. Jenn, you didn't talk down to me. And believe me, you're someone who could easily talk down to me. You're a very intelligent young lady. But you turned me on to Man's Search for Meaning. One of the things that stands out is Dr. Frankl. There are a lot of things. One was we choose our attitude. I now choose to be happy. I didn't always choose to be happy. I used to be very angry, and I wanted to remain angry. But from some of the things Dr. Frankl said, from things that you told me, Jenn, I am now a happy person. and I want to be a happy person, and I want those around me to be happy. You used to say, what was it that you used to say? It's all good. And for a long time, I thought, well, I shouldn't say I hate when people say that to me, but anyway, it is all good. When something negative happens, we can choose to see it as a negative, or we can choose to learn from it. And no matter what's going on in life, there's always positives. Always a positive. And you taught me that. And you introduced me to a great man, Dr. Viktor Frankl. So, I've given my wife Man's Search for Meaning. I don't know if she's read it or not. How they say, when the student's ready, the teacher will appear. You were one of my most important teachers. This doesn't necessarily pertain to you, but it does pertain to San Antonio. If you notice the flag, and there are also medals in that thing up there. I had those replaced. The flag we bought at Walmart, but the medals we got here. But the medals I had replaced. I went through the government agency that does that, and they actually sent me double, 2 pair of each, or 2 sets of each. Anyway, it's hot. It's humid is what it is. It's not hot. It's like 73 degrees, but humidity is like way up there. It tends to be humid up here. I lived in, Jen, do you know how long I lived in Texas? I lived in Texas 40 years. 40 years. Most of my life. The interesting thing is, no matter where I've lived, from my hometown in Spain, southern Spain, it's hot. I've lived in 3 places now that are not hot. Germany, but in the summertime it's hot there. Northern Virginia, but in the summertime it's hot there as well. And here in New Cary, formerly known as New Hampshire. And we have 2 or 3 weeks of hot weather. And then it cools down again. We have real winters up here. Our weather right now is like winter in South Texas. So, except our winters are, you've never had a winter like ours in South Texas. But I went to Solera. It's closed now, which is very sad. Maggie, you be nice to Lucky. This is Maggie. Maggie, you want to say hi? She doesn't like Lucky sometimes. I was able to talk things out at Solera, deal with things I had never really. Maggie, now Maggie. Maggie! Come here. See what Maggie does? So anyway, Hello, this is my beautiful wife, Jenn. If you haven't met my wife, this is my wife, Carolyn. So, this video, okay, I thought it said 21 minutes, but no, it's not even 10 minutes yet. Anyway, so at Solera, I had the chance to just talk things out, to deal with some things, especially mother issues. And I sent an email and phoned my mom's church, I think it's St. Mark's United Methodist Church on Vance Jackson. And you know, this is what, 2.5 years since we left Texas. Finally, I may have gotten somebody to go visit her. You know, my wife and I went to visit her. You know, my wife has no obligation to visit my mother, but she went with me when we went down to Texas to get our stuff, to get what we left. My wife and I went to visit my mother in the nursing home. My mother has Alzheimer's. But anyway, Jen, I wanted to say thank you, and you were and you remain a very important person in my life.